Hi, Yellow 6 students. It's Mrs. Shomura-Takata, and I want to welcome you guys back to quarter 2. You made it. I'm going to be going over your portfolio number 3, even though we're at the start of the quarter, because the portfolio number 3 is made up of assignments you're going to be doing starting from now and go all the way till the end of the quarter. Okay, so welcome back, and I hope this video will be helpful to you. All right, so I'm going to start off with showing you the portfolio. So portfolio number 3 in language arts is the book reports, the independent reading assignments. And so it is composed of, this grade will be composed of the Brainiac book report and the independent reading assignment choice board, which I will go over these two things, and the iReady reading log. So if you notice here, the whole portfolio, all the assignments are due December 16th, and that is 2 days before the end of the quarter. But if you look on the page here, it has the due dates for each one. So the Brainiac book report is due November 10th, so it's about midway through the quarter. The independent reading assignment choice board is due December 16th, which is 2 days to the end of the quarter. And the iReady reading log is due also 2 days before the end of the quarter. I want to remind you, for the book report and the independent reading assignment, you need to be reading a non-fiction book in your Lexile range. Now, non-fiction, if you don't remember, is a informational text. It's not stories, it's information, it's teaching you something. So make sure that you are reading a non-fiction. Non means not. Fiction is made up, so it's not made up. It's true, okay? So first I'm going to show you, of these assignments, I'm going to show you the Brainiac book report. And if you notice, it's kind of similar to the Bare Bones book report, but because you are now reading a nonfiction book, the format and what it's asking you is a little bit different. So this is what it looks like from afar, and I'll zoom in a little bit here. Okay, so in the middle here, you are going to write the title. It's a text box, so you can just click on it and type in the title of the book and the author. And we want to also know the number of the pages as well as your Lexile, the Lexile of the book. Now, if you have trouble finding that, you can ask your teacher and we can help you find out what the Lexile is. And I want to remind you, it needs to be in your Lexile range, okay? And if you're not sure what your Lexile range is, you need to ask your teacher. Okay, so I'm going to go up to the top. So in this first box, you're going to explain what you learned in the nonfiction book. So what did you learn? Then you're going to write 5 of the most interesting facts you've learned from this book. And I want to emphasize, make sure you write them in your own words. We don't want it sounding like you just copied it straight from the book, because that's called plagiarism and that is not okay to do, okay? So here's the first box, fact 1. We want to know what page you got the information from, and then just type out a brief explanation saying what you learned, the first thing you learned. Then at the bottom, and I know it's kind of hard to see because I'm there, fact 2 and the page. Then you'll go to this side here and type out the page number and fact 3 you learned, and then fact 4 and fact 5. Now here's the thing. Make sure you are reading a book that you can learn 5 things. Now some of the nonfiction books are quite short. So make sure you have a book that's in your Lexile where you can actually write 5 things you learned, okay? Then the last box here, you're going to choose an explanation from the book and draw a diagram below. So you're going to make sure you explain. So you'll type in the box what the diagram is showing. So you'll kind of draw a diagram, do your best with the draw tools, kind of have fun with it. And then in this box here, you're going to type what you're drawing. Okay, so maybe if you read something about types of trees, you can draw one type of tree here with the drawing tools, and then you can type out what you drew, what it was. Okay, so this is the Brainiac book report. This one is due November 10th. Okay, the next one is this independent reading assignment quarter 2 nonfiction books. So we gave something like this to you guys in first quarter, which was an explanation of the bare bones book report. But I will go over this again. So I'm sorry that it might sound repetitive, but we want you to understand why we're having you do these assignments. So, as a self-directed learner, GLO number 1, one of your 6th grade educational responsibilities is for you to improve your reading comprehension in order to better understand text and improve critical thinking. Therefore, you will be required to practice reading 30 minutes daily at home, weekends included. Because you are no longer elementary students, your language arts teachers will not be assigning a reading log. Rather, in order to have you take reading practice responsibility more seriously, one of your language arts portfolios, which make up your quarter grades, will be made up of reading 2 nonfiction books in your Lexile range. And this was given to you by your language arts teacher, but if you don't remember what it is, ask them. And you will have to be completing 2 book assignments. So number 1 is the written Brainiac book report, and I just went over that. And the second thing, which is different than first quarter, is you will have to do a book project from the choice board, which is on later in this doc, okay? The grades from these 2 assignments will be combined with your iReady reading scores, which I will explain next, to become one of your graded portfolios of language arts work that will make up your language arts quarter grade. The criteria for grading the book report is on the 3rd page. Please read over the criteria carefully so that you understand how your work will be graded. Please let your teacher know if you have any questions about how the book project will be graded. Now, it says you can choose which assignment you do first, but both must be done. I'm going to have to go back and change that because we're changing it. That Brainiac book report is due on a certain day, and then the independent reading assignment. So by the time you get this, it's going to say something different, okay? And the dates might be different as well. Okay, so it would be wise of you to start reading now, which is why we wanted you to start getting some nonfiction books before the fall break. But if you didn't, it's okay. You still have time. I want to also remind you that you shouldn't only have your goal to be reading 2 nonfiction books for the whole quarter. You should shoot to read as many books as you can. And then you can choose 2 nonfiction to do these assignments on. All right. So this is what the choice board looks like for quarter 2. You will choose one of the book projects. You don't have to do all of them. You will choose one of these. And there are 3 types, but you only choose one. So there's a column that's called strictly writing. And so there are 1, 2, 3 choices here. The first one is wondrous words. Make a list of 20 new and interesting words or phrases from your book. Please include the page number, sentences, and meaning. This can be done on folder paper or on a Google Doc. Now, if you do it on folder paper, you're going to have to take a picture of it and then upload it onto the computer. Okay, so anytime we ask you to do something on paper, you'll have to take a picture of it and upload it onto a doc or a slideshow, okay? But if you type it on a doc, you can just share it with your teacher. All right, requesting questions. Generate 3 questions, 2 literal questions, 2 interpretive questions, and 2 universal questions that will test other students' understanding of the information from your book and provide the correct answer key. Now, if you choose to do this, you will have to make it a point to come to an office hour so that the teacher can explain these types of questions. We are actually going to be studying them further down in the school year, like quarter 3 or quarter 4. But if you choose to do this one, you need to know what these types of questions are, and your teachers can go over that with you, okay? The third choice is information ABCs. You will create an information alphabet Create sentences based on the alphabet scheme, A through Z. So A, you'll do an information sentence that starts with the letter A. Then you're going to do all B, C, D, all the way down to Z. Okay? And this can also be done on folder paper or a Google Doc. And so can the requesting questions. So you can choose one of these, or you can choose something from the visual art column. And there are 3 choices here. So the first one is Illustrators Are Us. Plan and draw an illustrated flow map, which is 6 events, remember that's a thinking map, of your information from your book, aimed at teaching non-English speaking students something from your book. This assignment, Illustrators Are Us, should have very few words, if any. If you do it on paper, color and Sharpie it and then upload it. If you do it on the computer, make sure you use your own drawings. You're not going to do a Google search and just input, copy and paste. You're going to actually need to draw it, okay? So that's Illustrators Are Us. Model mural. Plan and draw a mural depicting information from your book. If you do this on paper, color and Sharpie it and upload it. If you do it on the computer, make sure you use your own drawings and not just Google search images. The third, scrapbooker. Plan and make a scrapbook using information you learned from your book. And if you do it on paper, make sure you use an assortment of media or drawings. So that means if you're going to do a scrapbook, you're going to want to pull things from newspapers and magazines and other things, not just only drawing, okay? If you do it on the computer, use different fonts and formats so it's all on one page. We don't want it multiple pages, okay? This should be a one-page assignment. The third column is performance art. Now again, I'm saying this for the millionth time. You only choose one of these. You don't have to do one from each, one total, okay? Performance art. TED Talk. You will prepare a 3-minute TED Talk on information you learned from your book and record it. And you can do it on audio or video. Your talk should motivate and inspire your audience. And then I want you to make sure you write a script and turn in the script. And again, it can be written on folder paper. Then you just take a picture of it so that we can see the writing and upload it, or you can type it out on a Google Doc. The second choice is Teach Me a Song. You will plan and create lyrics to teach information on your book's topic. Use the music to one of your favorite songs, appropriate songs. The purpose is for your audience to learn and remember information about the topic of your book. You will perform it and record it. And so then make sure you turn in your lyrics on folder paper or on a Google Doc. And the third choice is I know all about this. So you're going to imagine you're an expert on the topic and you will give a 3-minute lecture on the information from the book. This lecture should inform your audience. So I want you to record the lecture. Make sure you write down your speech and turn in the writing on folder paper or a Google Doc. So again, this is a choice board. You can choose to just do all writing. You can choose to do an artistic way, just drawing and things like that. Or you can do a performance. So we're trying to tap into different ways you guys feel comfortable with communicating what you've learned, okay? And this third page is how you are going to be graded on this assignment. So you are going to be graded on 3 areas: the ideas, the creation process, and the use of language, because this is language arts. So your ideas, has your project accurately fulfilled all the parts required? So that means you have to really read all of these descriptions and make sure you do all the parts, okay? And has the project shown all the ideas are original and you're not just like copying the information from the book? You've read it, you've processed it, and now you're telling it in your own words, okay? The creation process. The project has gone through the entire creation process. So for this assignment, you need to plan, you need to have a draft, you need to revise and edit, and then you have to have your final copy for all all things, okay? Even if it's the drawing one, you want to have a plan. I want to see your draft. I want to see some revisions you've made, and then turn in your final copy. And then the use of language. Now, this is like grammar stuff. Make sure that when you are writing or speaking, you are using correct grammar and vocabulary. You want to especially use vocabulary that you've learned from your nonfiction book, okay? And any kind of writing things, we all want to see that you can capitalize, you use punctuation, you spell things correctly, okay? You don't just start every sentence with the word the, okay? All right, so that is the independent reading assignment. If you have questions about this, you can ask your teacher as well. The last thing I'm going to go over is the iReady reading score log. So this quarter is going to be a little bit different because every Wednesday we are going to designate, the language arts teachers, the class period for you to work on iReady. We are not assigning this as homework. We are assigning it as classwork. And so you will stay on the WebEx with us and you will do your iReady reading. We're doing this because the school has paid money for you guys to use this program, and we don't want to make it homework per se, okay? So every week on Wednesdays, we will have iReady reading period in language arts, and during that time, your language arts teachers expect you to complete, to the best of your ability, 2 lessons. Now, I want to remind you, iReady the level is based on how you did at the beginning of the school year when you took the iReady diagnostic. So what you are doing right now in the iReady lessons should be about your reading level. It shouldn't be too hard and it shouldn't be too easy. Okay? You will not want to do any of the close reading assignments because those take an awful long time. We want you to get through 2 lessons. According to the iReady program, if you spend about 45 to 49 minutes a week in 7 days doing their iReady reading, you will have the most success in getting your reading level up. Let me repeat that. The iReady reading program says that if you, a student, do their iReady lessons for 45 to 49 minutes a week, not a day, a week, then that's when you will have the most optimum reading improvement. So the teachers are not asking you to do iReady 45 minutes a day. We want you to do it 45 minutes earnestly a week, and that's why we are going to have you do it during class time. So let me get to the reading score log. You will need to complete at least 2 iReady reading lessons a week, and so look at the dates at the chart on the chart below. Log down your best 2 scores for the week. And then, like it says here, do not do close reading assignments. They take too long. Remember that to get the best improvement in your reading, you should be doing iReady reading about 45 minutes a week. And the teachers will be providing 1 language arts period a week so you can do this. And remember, your teachers have access to your scores. So make sure you are careful and organized and you don't write the wrong score down because we are going to actually check it. Okay? So try your best. You will get out of this practice what you put in. If you just go blah, 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 you're not going to improve your reading. Your scores are going to be lousy, probably. And it's just wasting your time. Don't waste your time. Be smarter than that, okay? Be wiser than that. All right, so here we have dates. So from October 14th to October 16th, you will log down your first highest score and your second highest score, the percentage. And then your teachers will be able to check it, okay? If you don't like your score, because I know that's happened in the past, they get like a 30%, then do another one. Okay, we want you to get as high a score as you can. 70% or better is the best, okay? Then for the week of October 21st to the 23rd, you will do the first highest and the second highest. And so we're going to just do this all the way through the entire quarter. Okay? Now again, if you want to do more, you can, but it is not homework. However, if in the language arts period on Wednesday you don't finish 2, then you have to do it for homework Thursday or Friday. Okay, I will repeat that. We are giving you Wednesday's language arts period to do your 2 iReady lessons. If you don't finish them in that day, then you have to do it Thursday or Friday, or you will risk getting a 0%. Okay? All right. So this is the reading log. The iReady reading log. I'm going to go back to this. So again, you will have 3 assignments that make up your language arts portfolio number 3. And it is due December 16th. If you have questions, you know how to get in contact with your teachers. Please ask them. We are here to help you. We want you to succeed. And we want you to also take reading and growing as a reader and improving seriously. And that can only be done by you. You make that happen. We cannot do anything. You have to do that. Do the work. Okay? So it's your reading. It's not your teacher's. Okay, so we can help you. Let us know how we can help you. And good luck and use your time wisely. Okay, see you guys later. Bye.